Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Islands of Insight, where we are never going to finish our Luminous quest if we just keep jumping from island to island in places that don't have puzzle boxes anymore. But frankly, it seems like I don't care very much. Oh, these are two separate... Well, this one seems... Never mind. This one seems never mind. I was going to say it's pretty easy, but that's not the right number of columns for the strategy I was attempting to employ. Well, okay, so like we know this is the first move, right? Has to be. And then this box's path ends with this move. They couldn't possibly cross over each other. And this corner has to get hit. So... how else could this possibly go? You're going to do something that involves all of these spaces, right? And you could veer up and hit something else at some point. Actually a huge problem. Oh, right. It's not touch each space once. It's touch each space that isn't one of the goal spaces once. You have to remember that the different spaces have different properties. That's how the puzzle works. We did this one. Yeah. I don't need to solve any other rolling block never mind. I need to solve 14 more rolling block puzzles. Okay, this one's done already. I do wish, one thing that I do have a little bit of trouble with here is I wish that it did a better job of making it clear from like a distance when you had solved a puzzle. It should be easier for me to tell that. Okay, so the core challenge of this one is this block here has to go all the way around the path carved by this block, right? This is going to end up running through here and then heading back to the corner so it doesn't cut that one off. So let's... No, this isn't right. Because I'm going to have to... If we roll up one more time, then I can do this. But now, obviously, that's a problem. How do I mean... That's a path you could run on the outside of to some extent. Okay, this looks like it'll work, right? So we have this bit in the top corner. That's a little awkward. That's an untraversable space. That could be a little clearer when this is in its final location. But you can just like Z curve through this. So is the only giveaway to when these are already solved that like one of the blocks, when they're solved but they weren't solved this session, that one of the blocks has a really bright gold outline? I guess so. So you're going to create a problem here no matter what. Where... Yeah, I think this is the secret. It has to be impossible to go through the middle again so that you're just tracing one long line along the outside. Because if you try to do any middle traversal, you're going to leave blocks. You're going to end up in spaces where there are blocks open to both sides, but but they're not reachable again from any other position. See, with these, I feel like it's a little bit more obvious because the ray that you shot through is still there. Okay, so this one has an obvious end position. Yeah, that sort of gives the whole thing away, doesn't it? These ones do not have a difficulty level marked on them as explicitly. But maybe they should, because there's definitely like a wide variety of things going on here. So this is one we've done. Yeah. Because it's got the big glowy gold outline. Oh, but see, if I touch it, it unglows. That's weird. Alright, 5 flow orbs. I see. So I guess you want to start in the corner here, probably. I didn't realize that was up on a platform. Jeez. What is the right way to do this, then? It's probably to start with that one. Yeah. That's pretty quick. If you're a little bit slicker with the momentum, you probably could just jump over that wall there, but I don't trust myself to not get hung up. We have not interacted with this lore node yet, right? Just as I did, they each awakened to a vibrant world of peace. What do I tell them now? Tell them that the echoes of time carry a story. They will learn the rest on their journey, before the gathering of minds. This is weird in that, like, in a way it does feel kind of like The Witness, where, like, the puzzle space is an artificial one designed to, like, help reach some sort of mental state, but this is like simultaneously more and less explicit about the goal of that. Very weird. Okay, this we definitely did already. I know there are a lot of flow orb puzzles around here, and we've done almost none of them. Although I guess maybe a lot is not correct. Okay, I don't think we did this. Is this going to be the right number of... No. With them being perfect cubes, we can't really readjust their alignment at all. We just have to... The ones that fit in places are the only ones that will fit in those places. Oh, this is interesting. Huh. What do I do with you? Yeah, moving these ones around each other is it's not entirely trivial. There we go. Sometimes these rolling block puzzles feel a little bit like those, I don't know how universal an experience this is, but there are these little puzzles that are like, they're little sets of like cars. that you're only supposed to move them back. You're only supposed to move them directly, reverse, or forward, and you have to like resolve a traffic jam. Shoot, I wish Annabelle was here. She definitely knows what these are called. But it has kind of the feel of that, despite the fact that like the thing that's going on is considerably more complex. So a big part of any particular blocks puzzle is making sure that the other blocks puzzles are all solved. That's the island that we are. Yeah. That's the one that we jumped over to here from. So there's stuff going on up there. Let's see where this shoots us to. I think it's going to put us up on that flow orb. Yeah. Where are... Okay, the other orbs are... Oh, that's interesting. This has got to be... Honestly, it kind of makes sense to me most as something that you would start like at this orb. Right, and then you just fly across here. Yeah. I think more than doing it as a U-shape. Alright, good enough for me. So, what about these upper areas? Curse your weird latency. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, I see. So you have to solve this puzzle entirely over on this side, and then you solve the other puzzle later. Oh, except this can't turn... Right. So I have to get this thing down to here without touching any of these, is the critical part. Shoot, that's not quite gonna work. I need to be able to... Huh, how do I pass this? Because if I realign myself, let's say like this, then I can roll through here and stand up, but this is not a better position to be in, right? Because I can't get up here. Like I need to put myself in a position such that I stand up onto this space. No, actually this works. That particular wiggle that I did more or less accidentally was the right wiggle. And now all of those are covered. That's a very fun little puzzle. It's cute that it's in like two pieces and you fold one of them over into the other. This is not a puzzle. It's just a pretty bed of flowers. I mean, that's good too. Unless it is a puzzle. Unless I am being punked right now. Can you imagine Wilmer Valderrama is about to jump out of the shadows? I see stuff happening over there. People are doing sky drops. This island is weirdly not dense with its puzzles. That one's not very hidden. I guess it's really only visible from exactly the angle I was looking at it from. Is there a way to crouch? There is a way to crouch. Now that one's not very hidden. It's just sort of out in the middle of everything. Okay, nothing really in the flower beds. Yeah, this one's been real weird. So many of them are just like sitting out in the open. That's neat. The rocks actually, like the puzzle stones do actually sink through the surface. Oh, get me off of here. There we go. Yeah, those were just... Huh. I was expecting like stuff up on the masonry, or no, it's just... I was checking all of the easy places first. Bizarre. Hello. You know, I know. I've been here. Trust me, friend. I know. Okay, there's one more armillary ring somewhere. 7 more rolling block puzzles. Oh, there's another island. Practitioner of Hidden Pentad, Blue 9244. What a slick and classy name. So you're gonna have to be, yeah, perfectly aligned, and then, huh? That's weird. That looks like a puzzle where it's gonna be about aligning them before they, you know, just making sure you have adjusted the right number of columns or whatever before you send them through the elbow, and then it just turns out that they're both already aligned properly. All you have to do is just walk them through. Weird. This is a little tricky. These, the dark rings on this one are cunningly positioned. Oh yeah, I'm not... There we go. Wasn't actually through all the rings yet. I wonder if I've earned any cool titles. So 7 flow orbs. Oh, the other 2 are down here. We have 8 seconds, huh? I guess it would be something like start high. I missed that one. But yeah, you can see that path will work if I don't miss anything. What did I miss? Sure, yeah, that seems bad. No, wait. Alright. Go! I didn't mean to do that, no! I accidentally activated my big stupid wings! A new insight! Routing! Hey, it'd be a good idea if you collected them in some kind of order, you big idiot. Thank you. That was not a gold time, right? Because I screwed up the... Yeah. No, we can do that better. We can definitely get a gold time. There we go. So this is a very similar puzzle, but I guess this is the one where it's going to be like, haha, you didn't align it right. Yeah. Okay. So... what is the trick here? There's only so many ways this thing can go through. That'll show this thing. It'll show the skinny block. There's no way for this block to use the outside path. Well, there is, as long as... so, like... alright. If I could get myself on my side in this row, we could eat these 5 blocks, and the skinny block could get through by just standing up here and then laying down into that spot, rolling over. Well, that doesn't exactly work, does it? There we go. Okay, so now we roll this through like that. You are off by a column. There we go. So you do this. And then what? You know what? Maybe it's better... yeah. Maybe it's better we send this thing through while this block is still in the spot it's in here. There we go. Because, yeah, I was going to need all of the space in the top right to realign the column. Huh. Weird little path that runs to nowhere? Alright, well there's one more hidden pentad on this island at the very least. Gosh, what does the word hidden mean to these people? That one's fairly sneaky, at least. There's a lot of there's a lot of sneaky terrain around here that they could be using to hide these, putting them, you know, under, or at least partially under puzzles and whatnot. And they're taking it really easy on that stuff, and I wonder if that is because of... if that's just how it is, like they don't want these to be tear your hair out challenges. The vibe of the game as a whole, right, is pretty soft, it's pretty gentle. Or if it's because of where in the game we are. And if we may find that later on, they do in fact start to be like that. Okay, well, I think we're about to circle around to, yeah, this one that we found already. So... that was the least hidden of them all. So it would seem that we have actually finished this island. There's a pentad somewhere, and then also somehow I missed 5 rolling block puzzles. This just leads back to the beginning where we have definitely done all the things. This does look new. Ah, there's the one we're missing. If I could, like, go around here, I wonder if we could find the space to let that through. Just barely. That's very narrow. Moving at all is going to break it. Maybe if we're... This thing being directly behind that thing from most points of view is definitely going to be our limiter. We're going to have to take this... Like, places where we can see both of those are at a premium, right? If we just step forward here till we're visible to that, and then very carefully step backward, we are getting... There we go. Yeah, there were there were not very many positions left. It's actually a really tight angle. Okay, something's journey ends right here. That's a problem. So this one kind of has to just be closing off its little box, right? Because if it moves past this point, like out into the rest of the puzzle, nobody will ever be able to close off the corner we didn't hit. For these ones, you could actually have them cover a lot of space before they wander back in. Yeah, I think there's probably like 3 different solutions for that one, because I feel like any one of these 3 boxes could wander out and outline the middle area and then come back. So all that's left here in theory is 4 rolling block puzzles. There we go. That one we had already done. That felt like one we'd already done. I think that's the one where I took the glow off of it accidentally by interacting with it. This one we had touched, but did I finish this one? There we go. Feeling a little bit better about that. This looks unfinished for sure. Ah, this time there is a special block, but it's separated from the place where you start. Let's see, this is a problem. How do you... So all 4 of the other corners can be entered and exited on different squares. This is the ending. No, this is right. So we enter through here. Yeah, and then once you enter this top right area, there's no way out. So it just has to be last. Okay, yeah. Two more, huh? That one's done. I remember that one, having to wind the smaller block around the larger block's path. That one's done. That one's done. I'm definitely putting an awful lot of trust in this golden outline, considering that I don't even know for sure that that's what it does or what it means. Oh, hold on. These don't look outlined. Huh. So, okay, here I can stand up and adjust our position by 1. And then now that we've done that, we can adjust our columnar position by 1 again. Huh. So we have to end up standing on that space. How do I stand up? There we go. That bit at the end is clever. You have to do that same like 2-step to move the thing over, but in a much more not only a much more separated space, but also a space that already has another purpose within the puzzle. Huh. Okay, so this will get us over to here, which will allow me to roll. There we go. I really like the ones with the irregular blocks. And by irregular, I just mean not square. You know, the rectangular. There's a word for that. Rectangular. Three still available. I'm like wondering if the 3 still available are hidden blocks, or how are there 3 still available? Where would they be? We ran along the upper aqueducts. This game is very sneaky. Okay, it will not allow me to look at the underside of the island. Well, I guess I'm going to leave with my Mirabilises. Hey, those are cool. You think we get up there? You could really get some distance on the flight if we went up to a high point. go down here. I'm still quite a bit lower. Huh, whoa. That was weird. I was not pressing the dive button. We have a button for diving. Maybe it's because I tried to take off in the water flow. Alright, I think this is the highest point. Ooh, maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I think that over there is the highest point. Whoa, okay. Sometimes going into wing mode, your character just like initiates a fall. Maybe if it's like more than us, maybe it's when you're more than a certain amount above the ground in an area or something. Let me see if we can get over to that island. Unfortunately, we only have one jump charge left, and I'd like to save that for, you know, the jump that we're going to fly off of. But we can see about trying to get up on these things in a more old-fashioned kind of way. None of the trees around here really look scalable. Nope, no collision. Alright, well, nothing for it. Let's take a second and look at our maps and whatnot. Complete verdant glen enclaves and collect 6 mirabilis to awaken this land. Okay, so the mirabilis is used to awaken lands, I guess. Well, we're doing a really good job on those. I have no title equipped. I kind of love the idea of walking around with a title that's like, I am kind of okay at Logic Grid. Hi, everybody. I'm mediocre to fine at this kind of puzzle. Increased number of map markers you can place. Speedier rolling blocks doesn't really feel all that interesting. Phasic dial. Okay, this is a puzzle type we've not seen. Look down when placing a map marker to place a return beacon instead is definitely, like, legitimately really interesting. There are music grids. Crystal Labyrinth speed bonus. Sightseers are tricky. Those are the ones where you have to match the image. Yeah, sonorous hidden cubes still feels like the most useful next thing. So I think I'm inclined to build that way. We have a little bit of currency. Let's go ahead and... Honestly, this would not be a terrible thing to pick up either. Okay. My arms could be even glowier. Wait, I guess that's form, or is it skin? It's definitely body. Markings? Ah! The contrast is not as great as it might be. Allure of water... they're pretty similar. I'd have to, like, get my... Can I get my skin less rusty? Well, that's too light, though. We want an underlying color, and we want it to have enough... There we go. Something more like that's looking good. Yeah, an underlying color with enough saturation. Now you can really tell somebody drew a tree all over me. Okay. Do we have a jump yet? I think we probably have a jump by now. That's a heck of a distance. We have one jump. Let's not screw this up. You know, I think we're gonna make it. As long as nothing weird happens and we don't like dive all of a sudden. Yeah, this is fine. I will return to the normal world when I am forced to return to the normal world. All right, let's do some logic grids. I love these. Tiles remaining, 34. Underclude grid. Mark only what is definitely true. Don't make 4 in a row. All the dark cells are connected. Okay. So we know... We don't know this right now. Well, like, we know these can't be light. But it says mark only what is definitely true. One of the two of them must be dark, because we have to connect the upper dark to the lower dark. We have 34 tiles remaining. What is this? This is a 6x7. So it's 42 tiles. And there are 8 marked already. So we are going to fill the whole grid in. Okay. Well, if that's the case, then we do know this is dark. And then this would have to be light to avoid pattern making. Yeah, so we do in fact know that we're filling in absolutely everything. Which means this is the conduit between light and dark, between the top and the bottom parts of the grid, which means this is going to have to be dark. And if that's true, then this has to be light. And then the last space is one of these around here somewhere. What else do we know? There's going to be some more dark stones around this thing, but it's hard to say exactly where. I guess, okay, so we know this would have to be dark, which makes both of these light. This dark stone could connect to the others around like this. It doesn't necessarily mean this is dark. What else do we definitely know? Oh, this must be dark because otherwise the 3 grouping is wrong. So that's the light there. And that means that these are dark so that this stone is not left out by itself. Okay, what else? What else do we definitely know? I guess we definitely know these now to ensure that this doesn't get left out by itself. This would have to be light. So just to avoid making 4s. This is dark because it's around the 3. And I guess these are definitely dark. That's definitely light. So we still have to connect some stuff. So this will be dark. That connects all that. And then this space must also be dark. which makes that light. And then how do the rest of these lay out? Well, this has to be light because otherwise it would be an isolated dark spot. So then these two are dark, which makes it that dark. And this has to be light or it would be isolated. Yeah. Hooray, we finished our quest. Return to the effigy of the Ancient One to receive your rewards. I know this game. You're going to make it... How would I get back up here? I had to climb several islands one by one to reach this location. And I don't think I'd be able to get back because the teleporter on the other side is probably not turned on. It's probably not awakened. So we're staying up here. Locked. Solve the previous puzzle first. Oh, right. There's like a line. You're supposed to come in from the entrance. We should probably start over by the entrance. Okay, this is just laid out in front of us. In an underclued grid, there are not enough clues to uniquely determine the color of every tile. The grid can be filled in multiple ways, however none of these are the solution to the puzzle. Fill only what can be deduced, other tiles remain gray. Okay, it's interesting to intentionally not have the puzzles be solvable. What is that sound echoing in my thoughts? It is getting louder. In this realm, I am called the Auroral. We have met before. Well, I've never met another living being before, but I feel that something is missing. I feel like a book where each page is written and then torn out. What am I? You are a being that forgets itself each time it wakes. But in that forgetfulness, you have the chance to experience the wonders of this world anew. Huh. So this is the start of the chain. But there's like definitely stuff down here. This is a strangely constructed area. I don't really know what to make of it. There you are. A lot of things in this game world make sort of a vague noise. I don't know how to describe it. Like it's sort of a soft, chimey noise. And so I hear a sound that's like, oh, that could be a hidden block, but what if it's just the jump pad? Or what if it's just a sound in the soundtrack, you know? All right, letters must be sorted into one type per area. So this is definitely dark. This is definitely dark. Well, I guess I don't know that. I know this is, yeah, I know this. So this will come out like this. These don't want to touch, which forces both of these forward again. This one coming forward claims that, so now you're going like that again. All right, easy. There's a lot of just like floating puzzles here that are sort of disconnected from the order of doing things. Letters must be sorted into one type per area. Well, this is going to be the major stopping block for that, right? The A's and the C's. Yeah, it's just going to be like this, right? It's going to run this little... I could have just drawn in the diagonal bits earlier there, I think. Ooh. Bright red. Logic grids with star difficulties are extreme challenges. Advanced techniques are required to solve them logically. Newer players may wish to gain more experience. Well, I am certainly going to give it a shot. Okay, one type per area. So all the A's, all the D's. Yeah, so the A's and the D's are going to wrap around each other in kind of a weird way. You can see that here. So a problem that we're going to have for sure is it's going to be like two C shapes interlocking, right? And we definitely can't have the D shape reaching around the top or the bottom of these because of the way the A's are positioned. So it's going to be like one dark shape that's like this, and then another dark shape that's like this. Or this one might end up being more of a T shape. But then we also still have to make sure the B's and C's are touching as well. So the B's, I think we can do this. So like, I'm just going to kind of like lay out the generalities of this. I think the B's we can make work like this. That makes all the A's touch as well. We're going to run into a problem with D and C here real fast. Well, I guess if the D's wrap around the C's like this. Yeah. That didn't seem that hard to me. You know what does seem hard to me is survival. Carry on, Seeker. Thank you. So sneaky hidden puzzles with more fun mechanics. Just hanging off the side of the landmass, encouraging me to poke my head off the side of the landmass more frequently. Okay, this is how we leave and go back to the mainland. Do not want to touch this. Oh, I hear a hidden block. To my right somewhere? Maybe to my... So it's like right in this area. Hi! Bonus objective begins. Alright, those are actually pretty hidden this time. Okay, so I mean, that's pretty easy. I can probably just... Oh, don't make that pattern. Don't know two dark blocks next to each other. I don't know that that matters hugely. I just need to, like, leave spaces, right? Because I could do this. And then this. But they want me to fill in every space, right? So what they're saying is this needs to expand out that way, probably. Yeah, every space adjacent to a black spot has to actually be light. That's really interesting. Okay, yeah, we can work with that. I can make that work. So this obviously is lit, so we're connected through there. Nope, dark. Because this has to be lit. There we go. Then we sort those off. I like how much variation there is on these. And I know I'm like face to the ground, listening carefully for hidden blocks and stuff. And it's probably not worth me saying it every 10 seconds, but like, it is very beautiful, right? It is a very beautiful thing they've constructed here. Okay, this is interesting. So D can just be off by itself. That's actually totally fine. This will have to be lit. The A's have to connect to the A's. I guess this doesn't have to be a light color, though, because it could connect like this. It doesn't really matter as long as I don't create a white square, right? And then the tricky part here is, you know, making the C part of this work, or making the B part of this work, rather. Oh no, you need. Sorry, you do need to connect this around here because the A's can't connect to that square because that square necessarily connects to B. Oh, sorry, that doesn't actually connect. There we go. Hell yeah, I'm so intermediate at these puzzles. Up. Don't make a 4. I was like, this seems, for a moment before looking at the rules, I was like, this seems like a very easy puzzle. All right, so those are both dark. But it just goes like that, right? Oh. Yeah, no, that's a problem. That was 3, huh? 3 orbs? Didn't really feel like 3 orbs. The ones down in the grass are, they're sneaky. You'll walk like all the way up on them before you see or hear them. All right, little orb, what do you got? What? How in the hell? Okay, well, it goes up there, but it doesn't stay up there. This is a different one. Okay. These wandering echoes are a little trickier. They demand more mobility from you. Uh-oh. Yeah, I can't actually touch that. You have to properly get up on there. Shoot. Ah, hell. All right, let me try that one more time. I can't believe that worked. Okay. Not a lot of wandering echoes, but they are gonna make you work for it at the very least. Okay, so this one just comes down here. But then it weaves around and it actually does go up high. Ah, darn it. I'm not sure how to get up there quickly. Ah. Yeah, you know, I think a big part of what makes this work as well as it works, and like, obviously it is working very well for me, is the variety, is the fact that all of the puzzles are interwoven. Like, if these were in big blocks like the witness, where all the puzzles are like sorted into their own area, I think it would be less fun. Okay, letters are sorted into one type per area. So we can start with these. So we know this A is going to come out like this. This is pretty straightforward. The B has to come up like that. C has to come out like that. They really like this, this just like diagonal snaking shape. Seems to be an important part of the brand here. So, right, it's going to be like that. Yeah, but you're always bouncing back and forth from one thing to another in this game, and it does help it. First of all, it helps it stay fresh, and secondly, it helps it. I feel like it helps you stay engaged with the world because you're always looking around for like what else am I supposed to be doing in this area aside from the thing that I'm doing right now. Yeah, man, it is very compelling. It's such a bummer. Like it's not going well due to entirely predictable reasons, because they made some really weird decisions during design, because like it is so good. This is such a good puzzle game. All right, I think that's probably where I'm gonna have to leave it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, we're just gonna keep enclave hopping. I'm not going back to the mainland, like I said, until I absolutely have to, until we completely run out of other things to do, because I'm finding this to be a very fun way to play the game. So come back next time for more of that, and we'll see you then.